she ordered that one, so we've got a brand new washing machine. And then that one going up,
John and his wife Maggie from Leeds have been together over 30 years. They live a happy life. However, following some news in November, things are not looking great at the moment. John was diagnosed with the common condition of dementia, making day-to-day life hard for the couple.
I was concerned about him, so he did a memory test at the doctor's, and then he got referred to the memory clinic, and they had all the scans, and it was vascular dementia. And then it wasn't getting any better, so we went back again in the November, and obviously the nurse practitioner asked him questions, and then they diagnosed mild to moderate Alzheimer's, which in a way was a relief, because we knew what we were dealing with.
Maggie cares for John and is still coming to terms with the diagnosis.
It can be hard work when he's having a bad day, and particularly when he's in a lot of pain, he can't concentrate. I do find it annoying at times, and I do shout at him, and I call him names, and I swear at him. Sit there.
No, that's your back. No, she's taking
No, she's taking you.
She's taking your
Sit down. It's not easy. He struggles with he can't do the ATM with the figures and stuff, or the burglar alarm, and he doesn't understand finances as such. Sometimes we forget to have a shower, but you've had a shower this morning, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That prostrate's the worst.
They've just been shoved in a drawer, all these wings.
Dementia can quickly isolate someone, not only destroying their memory, but their way of life. Social isolation can be as bad for a person's health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, and can increase the chances of dementia and increase the risk of death. But does it have to be this way? Despite dementia having no cure, there are many groups around Leeds that provide ways of coping. From memory cafes to singing groups, there are multiple options for people with dementia and their carers to get out the house and stimulate the brain. The groups, such as Memory Lane Day Centre in Yeadon, include interactive activities such as singing, bingo and petting animals to provide people with dementia the chance to interact and socialise with others, therefore helping to prevent loneliness.
Downing Street.
The Alzheimer's Society says that local activity groups can improve confidence and make people feel motivated through doing something fun. They can allow those with dementia and the carers to chat to others in the same or similar situations as them. Many people who attend these groups are regulars and seem to enjoy themselves, coming back month after month.
The company's good because they're all of an age group, and they enjoy having a good laugh on us around.
Well, just to meet all friends and everyone of all the husbands or wives, and for all the good work that Peter does. And we look forward to it every month.
We like it, I've got a lot of friends down here.
Socialising is one of the main preventions of the worsening of dementia. Maggie and John enjoy attending a memory cafe in Rothwell, as well as many other groups. The Alzheimer's Society says that 100% of people who go along to our activity groups feel that they are able to socialise there.
You meet people in the same situation as yourself, and then you find new places to go, other ways to cope with it, And then it leads on to meeting like solicitors, different carers, different societies that you can go and join. And you get lots of information that you can get backup and support from. Because I've got a lot from going down there, an awful lot. And it's nice to know that you're not on your own coping with that situation, and there's lots of other people that have the same thing, and you can have a good moan and good laugh about it as well, which you've got to do. You've got to laugh, because if you didn't, you'd just cry.
Groups for coping with dementia are so important because of the high numbers of people currently living with the condition. There are over 100 different types of dementia, with the most common form being Alzheimer's disease. Currently, it is estimated that 850,000 people are living with dementia in the UK, and locally, 8,500 people are living with it in Leeds. However, with no cure for dementia, these numbers are ever rising. By 2025, 1 million people in the UK will have dementia, and by 2050, this number will have risen to 2 million people. It is a condition which affects everyone in different ways.
Short-term memory, that's the one thing that most people think about when they first think of dementia. But it's not just about memory, it affects every type of function of the brain. So if you think of quite a good analogy to consider, if you think of the brain as like a collection of fairy lights, so every function of the brain is like a light that can flicker or dim with the onset of dementia. So the combination of that is completely different for any two people. The functions that are kind of controlled by, that are affected by dementia, tends to be people's cognitive functioning, so how they process information, motor skills and coordination, sequencing, so remembering what steps you would take in dressing yourself or making yourself a meal. So there's many different ways that it can affect a person.
Dementia is one of the top 10 causes of death in the UK. However, it is the only one without a treatment to help prevent, cure, or slow its progression. An estimated 38% of the UK population know of or even care for a family member or close friend who has dementia.
What happens when people attend support groups is that they start to talk to other people and realise that they're not alone. And that works for family members as well. So, this has happened to me. What did you do when you experienced the same thing? So that can be really beneficial.
Some of the groups are set up by the council and charities. However, some are set up by members of the local community through social media websites such as Facebook. Memory Lane Day Centre was founded by two women from Leeds whose parents were both living with dementia. They found it hard work caring for them 24/7, so it gave them the idea to set up a cafe where carers could come to socialise with their loved ones. Following this, they set up the Day Centre, which allows carers to drop off their family or friends who are living with dementia while they get some respite. They like to make sure the centre is always fun and exciting for those who attend.
Music plays a big part in our day. There's music constantly playing, unless we've got a game, a word game or a reminiscence. Quiz. Yeah, bingo we play. Dominoes, it's pretty good, counting up the numbers and recognising. And it's all of the things that we do are there to stimulate the brain. But we also we plant seeds, we have beauty treatments.
We do crafts.
Make cards.
Flower arranging. Anything that someone would do as hobbies and in their own lives before the dementia, we try to bring back into their daily life.
Count the numbers.
Yes, please.
Number 8.
Yes.
43.
Yes.
66.
Since attending dementia groups, Maggie and John are finding that they are slowly coming to terms with his diagnosis. Instead of dreading what is to come, they are both enjoying going out to groups and getting out to socialise and meet new people in similar positions. Because of the help of these groups, John is finding it easier to cope with his dementia and is staying his silly self. Freya Kerr, News at Leeds.